20 truths every events industry leader needs to hear. This is part 2. I'm Juliet Tripp, I'm the events coach to the founders and leaders of the global events industry, and I help you put life first again whilst working and scaling in the events world. So if part 1 stirred something in you, part 2 goes even deeper. These next 10 truths and lessons are the internal recalibrations that most senior event leaders and industry founders know deep down, but rarely say out loud. Because when you've built a reputation, you've achieved all the goals, all the recognition, and you're still feeling the friction, that's not just a problem, it's a signal for you. It's a signal that it's time for you to lead differently in the events industry. Not with more pressure though, but with more power. You have already proven yourself. You've been in this industry a long time, and now it's time to protect your energy, to honor your next chapter and make space for what's really next for you. So let's keep going with the truths that you need to hear. We're on to truth number 11, and this is that your experience is your IP, but only if you position it that way. So you have spent years and years building your experience in events, not just in delivery, but in your perspective too. You can read a brief in seconds. You can spot red flags that no one else can see. You can guide clients through challenges that would overwhelm most people. That's not just skill in events, that's actually proprietary insight. But if you're not naming it, if you're not actually packaging it, doing something with it, if you're not building a brand that reflects it, it becomes invisible. And all of those years of experience just get forgotten. An invisible IP doesn't lead to scalable income, and something that I'm hearing a lot right now from events leaders and founders who have been in our industry 15, 20 years plus is that they feel like they've hit a ceiling, and they feel like the only way to scale their income is to hire more team or to work more hours. But what I do is help my clients create scalable income. A huge part of that is actually by monetizing your experience, because your experience is your edge, but only when you position it as part of your methodology, your messaging, and your leadership identity and personal brand. This isn't about inventing something new. You don't need to do that, but you do need to own what you already know and let it be the foundation of your next level. On to the next truth. Being seen isn't a vanity metric. It's how industry leaders shape the narrative. Visibility gets a bad reputation in this industry. People assume that showing up, particularly online, means being performative or being self-promotional. That if you post too often, if you speak too boldly, if you're really you or you claim your expertise, you're making it all about you. But here's what real leaders understand. Being seen is how you shape the narrative about your work and how you build a legacy in the industry. Not just what you do, but how you think. It's what you stand for, why it matters. It's how you go from being seen as a reliable service provider to a recognized expert in events. So if you're not actually showing up, someone else is filling the gap right now, and that might be someone with less experience, less insight, and less to say, but they're a louder voice. Visibility doesn't mean becoming an influencer, and it doesn't actually mean being the loudest voice. It means doing things like this. So actually putting time, doing the reps on your personal brand. This could be sharing your frameworks on LinkedIn. This could be speaking on panels or guesting on podcasts that reach your ideal client. And by the way, this isn't just events industry podcasts, okay? In events industry events, you're gonna have far more growth looking outside of the events industry too. This is creating a signature point of view that your audience can remember and repeat and know, like, and trust you for. This is sending emails that teach, not just sell and promote. Industry leaders don't wait to be discovered. They lead by being seen, clearly, consistently, and intentionally. If you want to be trusted, booked, and remembered, you need to start shaping that perception now, no matter how long you've been in the events world. Next up is that you're already known. But are you known for the right thing? This links because your name carries weight in the events industry. People know you're good at what you do. But sometimes that reputation is attached to a version of you that no longer fits, a version of you that you've outgrown. Maybe you're still being seen as the go-to for the logistics, for ops or delivery, when actually your zone of genius has now expanded so much that it lies in strategy or mentoring, creative direction or leadership. This happens when you outgrow the identity that made you successful, but you haven't yet reintroduced yourself. This is a shift that we need to make. Start being intentional about what you want to be known for. Start showing up that way now already. This means auditing your online presence. Is it reflecting your next chapter, or is it reflecting your past expertise? Updating your bio, your LinkedIn headline, your website copy, your About Me page to reflect the level that you're at now. It blows my mind how many industry leaders are leaving money on the table by being stuck in like 2020 messaging. You can be pitching yourself for thought leadership opportunities that align with your future role, not who you are now, or the direction you want your business to take. Maybe you're building your business to sell. You need to start showing up ahead of time now as that leader to get that critical, crucial visibility. Also boundaries. You need to be saying no to work that keeps you anchored in an old version of success. You get to evolve and you get to take your recognition with you, but only if you lead that evolution yourself. The next truth. Success at the expense of your health is a broken model, and it's not a badge of honor. Too many of us were taught that burning out is just part of it. It's just part of being excellent in events. That being indispensable means being always on. That leadership looks like never needing a break. But the truth is, success that costs you your health, your peace, or your presence isn't success at all. It's actually a debt. And eventually your body, your family, or your creativity sends the bill. This is where strategic nervous system leadership comes in. It's about designing your business and your calendar around your capacity and around your life, and not the other way around. This isn't just your goals, okay? So tactical ways that you can start with this. Set digital boundaries. So start with no notifications after 7 p.m. Could you protect your focus time? Have a 90-minute deep work block. No exceptions. Say no to work that relies on urgency as a business model. Stop needing to be chased. Choose recovery with as much intention as you choose performance. High performance is not about pushing harder. It's about learning how to expand your capacity without crossing your edges. Okay, this is how leaders sustain the next decade, not just the next deadline in events. And I know this very, very well. I'm a certified high performance coach, and I work with the most high performing leaders in our industry to help them actually enjoy their time working in events. So our next truth is that no one's going to hand you the permission slip to pivot. You have to claim that yourself. Let's be honest here. And this is a bit of a brutal truth, but if you're waiting for someone to say, oh, you've done enough, you're ready now, it's safe to change, it's safe to do the new thing, to have the new direction. If you're waiting for that, you are going to be waiting forever. Most senior professionals and business owners in events have outgrown part of their career long before they admit it. Long before they admit it to anyone else or even out loud to themselves. And this is when the spark is gone, the alignment feels off, the excitement has actually turned to just maintenance mode and doing the reps and doing the things. But they keep going because it's familiar, because it's praised, and because it pays. But here's what to remember here. A big pivot in the events industry, that doesn't actually need permission, but it does need conviction. If you feel like you are coming up to a big change, here's what I want you to ask yourself. What version of your career or your business are you still trying to prove? What do you need to stop tolerating in order to move? What would happen if you chose expansion over expectation? And then take one micro action in the direction of your future and where you want to be. So this could be, we spoke about it before, but updating your LinkedIn headline or outlining your signature service and events. This is speaking the new identity into a room that actually sees you, or getting around people who are further along than you. Clarity follows courage, not the other way around. Your next truth: events are a vehicle, but they're not the destination. You entered this industry because you love bringing visions to life and bringing people together, and you built serious credibility doing it. But for many leaders, there comes a moment where the execution work no longer fulfills your ambition. And that's not a betrayal of your craft and your years of expertise, it's actually a recognition of your evolution. Events have given you the tools. They've given you the strategy, the creativity, the leadership, the adaptability, the people skills, the presence, as well as all the amazing memories from traveling the world and leading teams and scaling events businesses. But now the question becomes, how else can you use those skills and experiences? Some of the most influential leaders in this space are shifting from doing to directing, from execution to education, from producing experiences to scaling companies or mentoring the next generation of experience makers. Your career doesn't need to end in just event delivery. It can expand because of them. And I know this transition so well myself. If you know my story, and you can see it on other videos here on my YouTube channel, like this could evolve into the best version of yourself. And I still get to run events, but I get to run like really cool client mastermind days, VIP days, retreats, things like that. So here's some things that this could look like. Turning your event methodology into a high ticket offer, licensing your process to agencies, coaching planners or freelancers who want to grow in the industry, perhaps building a digital product from your knowledge, maybe even transitioning your agency into a media company. But when you stop seeing events only as the finish line, you start seeing everything that they have prepared you for, and I promise you, it gets to be so exciting. Next up, credibility comes from clarity, not how long you've been in the game. Being experienced in events is powerful, but being clear, that's what makes people trust you instantly. Clarity looks like knowing exactly who you help and how you do that. Looks like communicating your value in one sentence, not 10. Creating offers that are easy to say yes to, an irresistible event service. Leading conversations with conviction, not over-explaining. People don't pay you because you've worked 15 years in events and counting. They pay you because they understand without doubt that you are the person that can solve a problem that they care deeply about. This is the difference. This is the edge. This is the difference between being known in the industry and known for something that only you do in the way that only you do it. So simplify your messaging, sharpen your elevator pitch, make your homepage, your bio, your proposal read like a confident promise, not just a career history or a CV. Credibility isn't earned through time alone. It's earned by making it unmistakably clear what you do, who that is for, and why it matters now. Next up, every year that you stay stuck is costing you more than just time. There's a cost to staying where you are, even when it looks successful on the outside. It costs your energy, your creativity, your presence with your family, your ability to build wealth in new ways, your capacity to lead at the level that you know that you're capable of. Staying stuck doesn't just delay your next move, it erodes the confidence to make one. Here's how to break that cycle and shift out of it, because I know this happens to so many leaders. First, audit what drains versus energizes you in your current role or your business. Then set a 90-day vision that stretches your identity, not just your income. Commit to a strategic shift. Maybe it's one new offer or a bold conversation or one redefined boundary that you're going to carry through. Progress in the events industry does not require a full overhaul, but it does require momentum in the direction of where you want to be headed and alignment. And the alignment that you crave starts by acknowledging the cost of standing still right now, and then deciding it's no longer something that you're willing to stand for and a cost that you're willing to pay. Next up, if you're not building your next chapter, someone else is deciding it for you. Your calendar, your clients, your team, your industry. They will always have ideas for what you should be doing next. But unless you define that vision, you're going to end up defaulting into someone else's. Your next chapter can be intentional or it can be inherited. So I want you to ask yourself these questions, which are really going to help you as a leader. What kind of work actually lights me up? What structure would let me scale without sacrificing my peace and my personal life? What am I no longer available for? And what do I need to claim instead? And then start building from that place. Whether that means reshaping your business and the business model that you're working in. Maybe it means shifting your personal brand or even pivoting into something bigger, like coaching or like consulting in the industry. Your next chapter won't appear on your to-do list. You have to choose it, and then you have to lead it. And our final truth, leading differently starts when you stop trying to prove yourself. You've already earned your seat at the table. Now, what do you want to do with it? This is the power shift that changes everything. From over-delivering to leading with boundaries. From saying yes out of guilt to making decisions from self-trust. From working overtime to prove your value to letting your value be felt in every room you walk into. You're no longer the up-and-comer. You're the one that others are watching. So you need to protect your peace. Say no to opportunities that dilute your vision. Start spending your time and your energy like they are your most important, valuable assets, because honestly, they are. Leadership in this new season isn't just about doing more things. It's about holding more power, but with less noise and less pressure. If you've made it through these 20 truths, you already know that your next chapter isn't about working harder. It's about claiming your authority in the industry. It's about owning your evolution and letting your leadership be seen. If you're feeling the pull to go deeper, to turn your years of expertise into something bigger, more flexible, and more aligned, I have something for you. I am running a free training where I'm going to walk you through the exact playbook to become a coach in the global events industry. You are going to learn all my secrets. I'm literally leaving nothing on the table. You're going to learn how to monetize your experience in new scalable ways. You're going to learn why coaching is one of the most impactful and untapped career pivots for senior event professionals and business owners within events. And you'll learn the 3 biggest mistakes to avoid when stepping into this space. I've probably made them for you, so you don't have to make them. You don't have to start from scratch, you already have what it takes. Let me show you how to use it and get paid for it. I'm going to put the link in the description and I cannot wait to have you there. Let's build the next version of your legacy on your terms. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure you like and subscribe so that I can grow this YouTube channel and provide even more amazing, useful content for you. I really appreciate you being here. Please share this with an event leader who might need to hear these truths today too.